The role of the financial aid office. The role of our office really is to help bridge the gap between the cost of your education, your student's education, and the amount of family finances that you have available. Over 80% of our students receive some type of financial aid. And that financial aid can come from many different sources, whether it's from the federal government, from the state government, from private sources, or from the institution itself. So there's many different sources, and you really should be continuing to look at every source that you can think of at this point. Continue to look. I mean, contact places like your employer. See if your employer has any kind of financial assistance for education of your children. You can check with your local church to see if they have any kind of assistance. Check with some of the service agencies that are around the area, the Eagles, the Elks, and those types of Moose clubs. You know, any types of service agencies. You know, if your student is into any special events, maybe they're in Boy Scouts, or they might be able to contact the Boy Scout office and see if there's any kind of assistance that they might receive because of their participation in that. You know, check with maybe local sporting clubs. Just keep looking, because there's always something, and it's a good time to keep looking. Types of financial aid that students can receive. We have 4 different types of financial aid that I'll identify. There's scholarships, grants, work study, and loans. If your student is receiving a scholarship, whether it's from NMU or whether it's from a private source or an athletic award from the school, those are merit-based awards. Merit-based awards mean that your student has earned that award, whether it's money based on their musical talents, based on their academic ability, based on their athletic ability, based on their participation in different events. Those are scholarships. So scholarships are merit-based awards. Another type of award is a grant. A grant is a need-based award. That means that you filled out an application someplace and identified, based on your family's financial situation, that you have some financial need. Whether it's filling out the federal application for the FAFSA application, which we'll talk about in a moment, or if you're filling out other private types of grant applications, maybe through Michigan Works or something like that. So there's different types of grant opportunities that are around, and again, with grants and scholarships, that's what we identify as being gift aid. That's free money. So if your student is awarded a grant or a scholarship, you want to look at taking that type of an award. Student loans that they speak for themselves. That's money that the student will borrow while they're in school, and look at typically repaying when the student is out of school. And we'll talk about some of the different loan products that are out there in a few moments. Work study, I have an entire PowerPoint screen that's devoted to work study, but I'll just, for the most part, work study at this point I'll mention is the federal government's way to assist students in finding employment, typically employment on campus, although there are a few opportunities off campus with some of the nonprofit. And we'll go through that one a little bit more in a few minutes. Other things that I have 8 people on staff that are available to talk to you as you come in. If you have questions regarding your financial aid, as you're looking at finalizing things, they're really good at helping out, and they talk to them, make sure you're working with us. We can help you maybe look at, based on things that your student is doing, try to identify other scholarship opportunities that are out there, or other grant opportunities that you might not have looked at. If it comes to it, we can also help identify other alternative student loan options that are available, including the Parent Plus loan option. For you folks that have had Parent Plus loans in the past, the government has recently updated the product and made it a little bit more user-friendly. In the past, students our parents have borrowed parent loans and would need to go into repayment within 60 days of the loan being fully funded, and then parents would have to start monthly payments on the loans. Well, what the government has done is they've revised the guidelines of the Parent Plus loan to allow parents to sign a deferral form once the loan has been processed. And what that allows for is the parent not to have to make payments while the student is still enrolled in school at a half-time status or more. Half-time status at Northern is 6 credit hours for an undergraduate student. So as long as your student continues to stay enrolled at a half-time status, the parent will not have to make a payment on the loan. However, the thing you need to be aware of is that interest will be building up on that Parent Plus loan. And you may have to work out arrangements with the Parent Plus lender, the direct loans, to see if you have to keep up with your interest payments while you're enrolled, or while your student's enrolled.